But in case you're wondering where I've got this recipe from, stay tuned to the end. Hello everybody, and I hope you like that little intro of my ingredients for today. As the title says, we are gonna be counting calories while we make some super yummy food. What are we gonna be cooking? Today we are making a beef pea stew. I guess you can call it a stew. It's very healthy, for one, and it's very high in protein. Protons, must eat protons. Anyways, so let's get the show started and figure out how to count your macros and your calories for a home-cooked meal. And I will take you through it step by step as far as what I do for it. It involves some math, so I hope you went to school at least to the 3rd grade, so you can add and multiply. Otherwise, there's no saving you here. I am the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Okay, I'm just gonna continue taping. So, I'm just gonna go through the ingredients. Once again, you guys saw them come into the intro one by one. But, you guys might be asking yourself, oh, I don't know how many calories are in a potato. Well, okay, one of our ingredients is potatoes. You can look it up online. It's so easy. So, what I like to do is I like to go and find numbers for per 100 grams. That way it's easy for me to do the math, if you get what I mean. Anyways, so a potato has 77 calories. I'll put the macros down here. Our next ingredient is a carrot. Look, I'm Olaf the snowman. Not. Carrots, they have 41 calories per 100 grams. Something else we're gonna be using is onions. And yes, this is a leftover onion from another day of cooking. So onions per 100 gram have, and yes, I'm looking up on my phone because I took notes, have 40 calories. Then what I like to do is I package my own meat. So after I buy it, I come home and I weigh it out exactly and I package it. So this one was, I was trying to get 200 grams, but I only had 175 grams left. So this is 97% lean. No, not 97, 93% lean beef. And it has 160 calories per 112 grams. Since I said we're making a beef pea stew, we got some frozen peas here, and for them it's super easy. Has the macros on the back. This particular brand has, I can look at the packaging on my phone, 70 calories. Something else we will be using is olive oil. So I don't have the spray version, but I will show you guys a trick as far as how to reduce fats and oils when preparing. And that is it, right? Potatoes, carrot, peas, onions, beef, olive oil. Yep. Another thing I have done is this is the pot that we will be using to make our stew. Okay. I have weighed out the pot. Now you might be asking, yo, why do you need to weigh the pot? Well, simple simply because in the end, since we're making a stew, we're adding water. Water has no calories. We need to weigh it in the end as far as when it's cooked. And I don't want to take out everything and weigh. So instead we'll weigh it with the pot, and so that I can take away the difference. So the pot was 1.4 kilograms. So without further ado, and me talking, let's get to the cooking. Alright guys, now we're gonna start cooking. So I wanted to show you guys, by the way, this pot of water, but I wanted to show you how I just recently started doing this, and that is because I want to minimize the oil I use. But I just pour a little bit of oil in the pan, okay? And to get rid, I could have probably poured even less, but I take a paper towel and I'm gonna take the paper towel and I'm gonna smear it. So the paper towel will absorb some of the fat, and yeah, it'll minimize the fat in your food. So I will just spread it. I cannot do this one-handed, so that's just a quick tip as far as what I do with oil. But the reason why I do this with this oil is because I don't have that sprayable oil, which, you know, that would be a perfect alternative to do. So it's getting hot here. So what we will do now is we'll take our beef, which we've had defrost, and we will simply put it in the pan, and all what we're going to add is some pepper, salt, and garlic powder. You can also add garlic if you like, instead of garlic powder. I just like to use the powder. So, without further ado, I'm just going to dump that in here. And I'm going to start cooking. Now I don't have too much meat here. I'm also going to start preheating the other pot. How do you know how much seasoning to add? Once you start cooking, you'll figure it out. I've been cooking now for a couple of years, so I'm perfectly fine with eyeballing it. And there's no need to really overcook the meat because it's gonna go into our stew. Hi. Like I was saying, see, I wipe most of the oil, but beef is pretty oily by itself, so plus that's the water coming out of it, so it's not going to stick to the pan. But no need to cook it all the way through, because it's going to go into our stew, so it's going to cook in there as well. So I'm going to take this out. Alright, next steps. There's water in the pot. I've turned on the heat to high to get it started. All that I'm gonna add is a little bit of paprika seasoning. Because we want to give the stew some flavor. We'll add some salt as well. Once this gets a little bit hotter, I'm gonna put in all of our vegetables. Let me show you what this looks like. So this was just water, and I just put paprika and salt, and it already looks way different. Here's our vegetables. Here's the beef. It's not much, but it'll add some nice calories. And flavor, obviously. So, while this is getting heated up, I'm gonna clean up.
Life.
Next, we're gonna just dump all of our veggies in here without making too much of a mess, hopefully. And we're also gonna put in the meat. And you can add more meat. You can change the meat to chicken. You can do grounded turkey, grounded pork, whatever suits your taste. I think all the meats would go pretty well with this stew. You can add other vegetables if you'd like. Trying to think what would go well with this as well. Maybe some mushrooms. Sadly, I'm running out of time and I need to run. This was completely spontaneous, and it took me about, what, 2 hours to just, film and stuff. It is cooking at a really low temperature. I'm gonna say you wanna cook it for at least 35 minutes to 45 minutes. And then it is done and ready to eat. So the last step is you want to weigh how much your cooked food weighs, because there's a lot of water in there and it's boiling right now. There'll be some less, but yes, the weight has changed but let's finish this off by me telling you guys how many calories are in here. So in total, the dish contains 1,150 calories, 14 fat, 183 carb, and 89 protein. And yes, I did add 18 calories for the oil. It could be a little bit more, I don't know. I think most of it got absorbed by the paper. But yeah, so the last thing to do would be to take it out, weigh it, so that you know how much it weighs. So then when you take portions of it, you know how much of an amount you're eating. So that way you can track your macros. So, I hope I wasn't too boring. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. If you like to see me cook more, also let me know. Oh yeah, I forgot. I said stay tuned, right? So the dish is, I am originally from Bosnia, which is a small country in Europe, part of the Balkan states. So this is one of the dishes I grew up with my mom making it. So, Mom, I'm sorry if I totally butchered it. I did not consult with you about the recipe at all. I just went for it. So, yes, I've made this a couple of times before. It tastes very similar to my mom's. So, Mom, if you're watching this, leave a comment down below and let me know how I did. So, thank you guys for watching, and remember, just smile and be happy. See ya.